It started like any other Thursday morning, with Alyssa's soft humming filling our kitchen as she moved about in her silk robe, preparing her coffee while I leaned against the island counter, watching her. Her long brown hair tumbled down her back in waves, and the sunlight streaming through the window kissed her bare skin in a way that still made me want her, even after 3 years together. She looked effortlessly beautiful, and yet, that morning, her glow felt different. Not the natural happiness of someone in love, but the adrenaline of someone hiding something thrilling and forbidden. "I'll miss you," she said as she kissed my cheek, then turned quickly to grab her suitcase. "It's just 4 days. A girls-only trip. Just us, sun drinks and no boys. Promise." I nodded, but my stomach turned. For weeks now, I had been feeling a growing distance between us, not just physical but emotional. She had become guarded with her phone, choosing late-night showers over our usual cuddles, and brushing off intimacy with tired excuses. First, I chalked it up to work stress. Then I thought maybe she was going through something she hadn't shared yet. But last week, I'd seen a flash of a text notification pop up on her screen from someone named Coach Max Flex Biceps. She never mentioned him before. When I asked, she said he was a trainer she met at her gym and they just texted about fitness goals. But something about that emoji, something about her slight hesitation, buried itself in my brain like a splinter I couldn't ignore. So when she rolled her suitcase toward the door that morning, I didn't just kiss her goodbye and go to work. I grabbed a hoodie, sunglasses, and followed the Uber she had booked. I stayed 3 cars behind, heart thudding with adrenaline, trying not to imagine the worst. Maybe I was crazy. Maybe she really was just going away with her friends. But my instincts were burning, screaming at me that something was wrong. At JFK, I parked a good distance away and watched her through the terminal glass. She was texting someone, smiling to herself. Her movements were light, excited, not the stressed, overworked version of her I had seen for the past 2 months. Then it happened. A man appeared. Tall, broad shoulders, athletic build. He walked toward her confidently, and her whole face lit up. They embraced. Not like friends, not like gym buddies. It was intimate, too intimate. She leaned up and kissed him, full on the mouth. His hands slid down her back, resting a little too comfortably on her waist. Then they pulled away, laughing hand in hand, as they rolled their luggage toward the security gate. And just like that, every lie she had told me about needing space, about being tired, about girl time crashed in on me like a tidal wave. But I didn't rush in. I didn't call her. I stood there, numb, watching my girlfriend of 3 years walk into another man's arms with no hesitation. I took out my phone, snapped photos, clear ones, just to remind myself I wasn't dreaming. And then I left. I didn't cry. Not then. I went home, showered, sat on the edge of our bed, and stared at the framed photo of us on the nightstand. It was taken a year ago on our anniversary trip to Napa. She had kissed me on the cheek, wine in one hand, and I had smiled like I was the luckiest man alive. What a fool I'd been. But I wasn't going to scream or beg or rage. No, I was going to do this right. I was going to hurt her back. Quietly, precisely, with the kind of betrayal she'd never see coming. I spent the next 3 days like a detective. I dug into her phone backups on the cloud, something she never thought I'd access, and what I found painted a painful picture. Late-night messages with Coach Max, flirty selfies, suggestive language, and a booking confirmation for a beachfront suite in Tulum. Not Cancun. Not a girls' trip. A secret romantic vacation. They had planned this for weeks. Even during our last argument, where I begged her to tell me what was wrong, she had sent him heart emojis minutes after walking out of the room. I saved everything. Then I called Kate. Kate was Alyssa's best friend, or used to be. They had a falling out months ago over something Alyssa refused to talk about. Kate and I had always gotten along, and when I called her, her voice cracked. "I always knew she didn't deserve you," she said. "We met for drinks." I told her everything. And to my surprise, Kate shared her side. Max wasn't just Alyssa's trainer. He was Kate's ex. Alyssa had seduced him behind her back. She found out through a mutual friend and cut ties with Alyssa without telling me why. It was perfect. The universe had delivered me the one person who hated Alyssa's betrayal as much as I did. When Alyssa returned, she looked tanned, radiant, and full of fake energy. "Trip was amazing," she said, kissing me on the cheek. "I needed that break." Oh, I'm so glad, I replied with a smile. I planned a little something for us too, since you got your girls' getaway. How about a couple's retreat? Maldives. Her eyes widened. You're kidding. You booked it. Tickets are on the table, I said, motioning to the envelope. She opened it and gasped. Oh my God, Liam, this is incredible. I thought so too, I said. You've always wanted to go, right? She ran over and kissed me passionately this time, and for a moment it hurt, because I still loved her, even knowing what she had done. But then the moment passed, and I leaned close, whispering in her ear. Shame you won't be going. She froze, pulled back. What do you mean? I picked up my phone and turned the screen to show her the photo I took at the airport. The color drained from her face. No, she whispered. You followed me? I trusted you. But you played me, I said, voice cold. So now you get to feel it too. She tried to stammer excuses, said it was a mistake, said it meant nothing. She cried, fell to her knees, begged, but it was too late. The next day, a package arrived at her office, a manila envelope labeled, "To the real Alyssa." Inside were printed photos of her and Max, screenshots of their chats, booking confirmations, and a handwritten note. Enjoy your next session with Coach Max. I made sure her boss saw it, made sure her work friends, people who admired her, knew the truth. And I didn't stop there. I posted a single Instagram story, just one, a boomerang of me sealing the envelope with the caption, "She packed her lies, I unpacked the truth." The comments exploded. Her world unraveled. But the best revenge